Wait, you're saying this Survivor season could have been filmed in a whole different country? Welcome to a brand new series called Potential Destinations. In this series, I'll be taking a look at Survivor seasons where the location changed from one to another, or seasons that had a possibility of locations that were getting scattered out before settling on the one that they filmed in. For example, I won't be covering this, but the season 4 location from Jordan to the Marquesas in 2001, but basically scattered locations, booked locations, and also scrapped locations, or just anything out of the unknown. Now for a lot of these, not a lot of information is out there, but it's all a lot of basic behind the scenes information that is kind of just scaled away from the press. But if you have any information and would like to leave me anything for potential episodes, leave down in the comments and I'll see what we can do. Now it was 2004. Survivor Vanuatu was airing, and Survivor Palau was selected as the 10th season was getting ready to film. It was time to search for a new location for season 11, which ended up becoming Survivor Guatemala, the Maya Empire. But did you know Madagascar was one of the leaders to be selected for the show's filming? In the fall of 2004, Mark Burnett and his team began to look for locations around the world for the upcoming 11th season. Now let me remind you, up until about season 19 when they went to Samoa, Survivor would typically find a new location for every season of the show, sans Panama and the All-Star season with returnees. Now he was looking across the entire world. According to E! Online at the time, in mid-December of 2004, the team was scouting out southern Chile and Argentina, Mozambique, China, Papua New Guinea, and the most popular locations for the team came from the Indian Ocean, with southern India, Sri Lanka, the Maldives, and Madagascar. Now at the time there was no mention of Guatemala potentially even hosting the show, but just weeks later after they scouted out locations in the Indian Ocean, the most destructive natural disaster of the 21st century struck the area where Burnett was looking at the most. That Indian Ocean. On December 26, 2004, an earthquake with a magnitude of over 9 struck off the coast of Indonesia, where the eastern part of the Indian Ocean is. It was the biggest news story at the time. Over 250,000 lives were lost in the disaster, and it was the third most powerful earthquake in recorded history. But it ruined the chances of Mark Burnett filming a show anywhere around the ocean, due to the fact of the destruction. Even just 6 months later after the earthquake, it still would have been a disaster. Later in 2005, when the Palau cast was released, Mark Burnett told Variety, quote, "We were scouting locations in Madagascar, southern India, Sri Lanka. We had a real focus on the Indian Ocean. Clearly now, that won't be happening." He even backed that up in 2005. In his book, Jump In, Even If You Don't Know How to Swim, released back in 2005, it includes a section from his trip to Madagascar in December of 2004. According to Burnett, he traveled to the country in the early part of December alongside film producer Jeffrey Katzenberg for research. Katzenberg was there to research for the upcoming animated film Madagascar that would end up being released in May of 2005. Burnett was there to research future Survivor and Eco Challenge locations. He was excited about the location. He even had convinced LA CBS affiliate KCAL to have the then sports director Mark Steins to appear in a special about the country named Beyond Endurance, Madagascar. So at a point, what was Survivor going to do? They couldn't shoot around the Indian Ocean, so anything was up on the table at that time. In an interview with the Toronto Sun, preserved by Reality Blurred, Canada was even on the table. Now, any sources that Survivor would even film in Guatemala didn't appear until April of 2005. According to an archived version of SurvivorFever.net around the time of the Palau finale, 2 articles were sourced, one from April 21st of 2005 and the second later on April 27th, over 2 weeks prior to the announcement of the Palau finale on May 15th. Now, the first article reported that the Guatemalan Ministry of Culture debated the benefit of letting a bunch of crazy Americans record a reality show on ancient Mayan ruins, but the country greenlit it just a few days later on April 26th. It still wasn't favored by the locals, but the government believed that having a Shaw Park broadcast around the world would not only educate, but bring potential tourists to the area. And the best part for CBS? They got to film on actual Mayan ruins. I still can't believe that happened, even though we're still in Fiji for probably the rest of time. But from the Indian Ocean to Central America, the path to Survivor 11 was an interesting yet challenging journey for the producers. But at the end of the day, it gave us Survivor Guatemala, the Maya Empire. Thanks for watching another video from my channel. If you like that video, make sure to press like and subscribe for more. Ring that bell over there so you don't miss any time I upload a video. And once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, this has been Reality TV History. I'll see you next time.